Welcome, everybody, to Intensity Broadcasting. My name is Josh Hall. This is the SCSRA Morris Customs Truck Series here on Intensity Broadcasting. Again, my name is Josh Hall. Sorry for a little bit of a late start, but we are here. We are live. Qualifying is just getting underway here at Darlington. We see Zachary Cox, one of the first drivers out onto the racetrack to make their qualifying attempt. Eddie Morris in that Morris Customs paint job as well, just coming down the backstretch towards turn number 3. Darlington, a very unique track, egg-shaped track due to the minnow pond that is located behind turn number 3. Long story short, they didn't want to move the pond when they built the track, so they built the track around the pond and made it a egg-shaped oval. So another unique characteristic about this track is the lane that you'll see these drivers taking. Normally, right down on the bottom is where you want to be. That's the fastest way around the track. Not here at Darlington. That high lane is where you want to be as Eddie Morris comes off of turn number 4 and he's coming down to the start-finish line. When you enter turn number 1, you almost want to go right down to that white line, then let the truck slide up the track towards the wall. You want to actually double apex it because you're going to get out of the gas again. Turn it down hard off of turn number 2, and that's a fast way around Darlington Speedway. Down into turn number 3 again. Enter kind of mid-lane, then let it wash up towards the wall because the grip is right there against the wall, and we'll see these drivers all night fighting for that top lane. Eddie Morris going to go P2. Dustin Dean currently top of the board. See, Brett Merle just took the white flag. Down through turns 1 and 2, down the backstretch towards turn number 3. And Brett is going to go. He's going to stay there in the 8th position. Jake McCarty, first lap was good enough for 4th. Let's see what he's able to do here on his second lap. You see him really letting that thing hang out off of turn number 4. Down to the stripe. That's actually going to be a little bit slower time on his second lap. That's going to keep him in that 4th spot. Derek Chaput coming to take the green flag. Oh, almost catches the wall there off of turn number 2, which is really easy to do. You'll hear the term Darlington stripe. And basically what that is when you slap the wall coming off of turn number 2 or turn number 4 because you run so close to the wall. So Shappy coming down the back stretch. Down to the stripe, and Shappy is going to go P10. See who else is out there making some laps. Colin Willems out on track. Willems getting out of the throttle a little bit off of turn number 2. Keep that truck from washing up into the wall. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Currently 8th fastest on the board. Let's see what he's able to do here on his second lap. And Willems is going to stay in that 8th position. David Wright just coming to take the green flag. Coming down to the stripe. D Wright's going to go 11th quickest on his first lap. And he's going to jump up to third. Great qualifying attempt for Dave Wright. Here's Devin Bucciano coming off of turn number 4. Heading down to the stripe on his second lap. And Butch is going to go P2, bumping Eddie Morris off that second spot. 2 drivers left to qualify, Michael Provolt and Dave Hartney. As we take a look at our points coming into tonight. See Eddie Morris currently at the top of the board with a win. Jeffrey Belk sits back in second. Joe Wright, Devin Bucciano, Dustin Dean make up your top 5. Of course, Butch has a win himself. Colin Willems in 6th. Jacob Albero in 7th. Brett Merle, Michael Lawrence, Michael Provolt, Cody Moore with the win, and Austin Blayrock round out your top 12. And apologize, I thought I had that on the screen. I did not click the button to bring it over there so you can see where your favorite driver is in the points. And I just got a notification that my stream disconnected. Please let me know if the stream is still up and running on your end. Again, if it did disconnect there for a moment, I do apologize for that. As we have about 1 minute and 45 seconds left here in qualifying. Of course, we want to thank all of our great partners here tonight who make this racing possible. Of course, Morris Customs as our series sponsor. If you're looking for a fresh new wrap for your iRacing ride, check out Morris Customs at the link below, facebook.com/Morris Customs. That's 2 R's and 2 S's. Also, we want to thank our great partner over at the Butt Kicker. Of course, Butt Kicker has been a great partner of ours all season long. We continue to support them as they support us. Butt Kicker is an established and trusted brand of gaming haptics. The award-winning line of Butt Kicker products lets users feel low-frequency sounds. Their products are used and endorsed around the world by leading PC and console gamers, including professional sim racers. The patented design makes them incredibly accurate, powerful, and virtually indestructible. The Gamer Plus is the new and upgraded sim racing haptic that reproduces immersive, accurate, and powerful sim racing, flight sim, and gaming effects. To check out the full line of Butt Kicker products and figure out which one's right for you, visit thebuttkicker.com. And of course, over at the Butt Kicker, they don't just have gaming haptics. You can find speakers that go in and around your couch for movies and music, a full line of haptics for all your needs. So check out thebuttkicker.com. Of course, you can also get all your racing or iRacing setups and coaching over at raceepi.com. Of course, don't forget to check out our web store over at intensitybroadcasting.com for all your hats, t-shirts, coffee mugs, and novelty t-shirts as well. So you can check all that out, intensitybroadcasting.com. Looks like we just have a few more minutes before we get racing underway here at Darlington. Actually, gridding up has begun, so let's take a look at our starting grid. And on pole tonight will be the 21 of Dustin Dean. Devin Bucciano rolls off from the 2nd position. Eddie Morris back in 3rd, and Dave Wright in the 4th spot, followed by Jeffrey Belk and Joe Wright in row number 3. Row 4 will find Jake McCarty and Brian Merle Jr. with Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence and Colin Willems rounding out your top 10. Zachary Cox comes off 11th with Brett Merle in the 12th spot. 13th will be Derek Chaput, Mike Dunn back in the 14th position. Then Austin Blaylock, Dave Hartney back in row number 8. And rounding out the field here tonight is the 95 of Michael Provolt and the 69 of Edward Manning. So as the field gets ready to roll out and we get ready to go green flag racing here at Darlington Speedway for 70 laps, double points night tonight. The stage does not pay double points, but the final standings will be double points. And there are actually 2 stages here tonight, lap 50 and lap 100. So as I mentioned, Darlington Raceway, very uniquely shaped track, and we can see that by pulling up the track map here for you to see. That D-shaped oval, one end much bigger radius than the other. Again, that was due to the original design when this track was built back in 1949. Again, there was a minnow pond behind what is now turn number 3. And to keep the fishing hole alive and well, they did move the racetrack to make it so that the pond was not disturbed. Of course, that gave it its unique shape that we see today. Of course, when it first opened, what's the back stretch is now the front stretch, and what's the front stretch is now the back stretch. So they would have been coming down the front stretch right now, but the design has changed, and now they're going to be making their way down into turns 3 and 4 as we get ready to go green flag racing here at Darlington Speedway. Pace car takes that hard left-hand turn down onto pit road. Dustin Dean leads them down to the starting zone. Green flag is in the air, and we are racing here at Darlington for 170 laps, and already some great battles going on as Eddie Morris trying to make his way around the inside of Devin Bucciano. Already Jeffrey Belk making some moves here as he's taking a look down to the inside of David Wright. As they come off of turn number 4 for the first time, Dustin Dean is going to lead the first lap over Eddie Morris, while the field starts to get a little more single file and stretched out. Jeffrey Belk right there on the back bumper. Ooh, gets loose there off the back bumper of Devin Bucciano. As we ride along here with Jeffrey Belk. You see that unique line down into turn 1. Let the truck drift up the track. Get up next to that wall. Pull it back down off of turn number 2 and try to get the run down the backstretch. You see David Wright trying to make his way up into this mix as well. And Zachary Cox looks like he's pulled down to the bottom of the track, letting everybody by. Doesn't look like he was too comfortable out there. Doesn't look like he has any damage to that truck. As Jeffrey Belk now takes a look down to the inside of Devin Bucciano. It's a side-by-side battle for the 3rd position. So great battle as Belk is able to take that position away. And now David Wright trying to take over the 4th position. So he's going to take a look down to the inside, not quite close enough to make anything happen. As we have a battle shaping up for the lead, as Eddie Morris taking a look down to the inside of Dustin Dean. Dustin's going to allow that 8 to go right on by. You saw that Eddie was just a little bit quicker, so he's going to let Eddie move right out in front. Doesn't make sense to battle him and wear out your tires, as Darlington is famous for tire wear. So we'll see that tonight. These trucks really starting to slow down as the race goes on. A little further back, we see Derek Chaput and Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence going at it for the 10th spot, with Brett Merle right there in tow in 11th. I see Chaput just barely grazed the wall there. You saw the sparks fly. And again, you'll see that kind of all night here tonight. Of course, it doesn't look like he hit it hard enough to hurt the car, just enough to kiss it. Chaput is trying to run down the 47 of Cheeseburger. Another battle starting to shape up back here. David Hartney running down the 95 of Michael Provolt. And just in front, Austin Blaylock trying to run down Michael Dunn. So battles all over the track right now as Chaput and Brett Merle almost make some contact there. Back up front, Eddie Morris pulling away from Dustin Dean. Out of all the drivers so far, his lap times have fallen off the least. Last time by, he ran a 30:07. His best lap of the race was a 29:71, so only losing 0.3 of a second. We look at Dustin Dean, his fastest was a 29:7 as well. His last lap was a 30:18. And then Jeffrey Belk, another 29.7 best lap. Last lap was a 30.27. So some of these drivers losing 0.5 of a second from their very first lap or fastest lap of the race. So watch for that to happen all race long as these trucks continue to lose grip and start to slide around the track. Some gaggle of cars right here. We see Austin Blaylock getting passed by Michael Provolt. Now Blaylock is going to fall victim to the 43 of David Hartney. Hartney just kind of hanging in line right now. Oh, somebody having some issues. Somebody was just up into the wall hard. I believe it might have been Michael Dunn. No, it was Zachary Cox. We see the damage to the right side of this 51 machine as they come off of turn number 4. You see that Darlington stripe on the 51. And now Dunn up into the wall. He gets turned around, sliding down to the inside. No caution. Down off the racing surface, so there will be no caution. So now we see Colin Willems and Brian Merle Jr. battling it out for the 8th spot. Willems up 2 spots into 8th. Colin has a bit of a great run right now. Sits back up 2 spots from where he started as we're just 17 laps into the event. Alan starting to pull away from Brian Merle Jr. Dustin Dean starting to reel Eddie Morris back in. As Dustin's now going to take a look down to the inside to try to take that lead back away, and he does. Move the 21 of Dustin Dean back into the lead. As Michael Provolt and Derek Chaput are now battling for, this would be the 12th spot. Now Dave Hartney trying to run down the 37 of Chaput. Down to the inside. That 43 goes. Trying to get that power down off of turn at number 4. Chaput just barely able to stay out in front at this time. And now Jeffrey Belk making his way around Eddie Morris. So move Belk up into the 2nd spot. And Provolt trying to make a move around Brett Merle, excuse me. Up front, we see our leader, Dustin Dean, running down Mike Dunn. Dunn, who had those issues earlier, has a lot of damage, just trying to limp his way around to the first caution on lap number 50. Dustin Dean has a hard charging Jeffrey Belk. Belk has almost caught Dean off of turn at number 2, and the lap car are going to stay down out of the way. Allow our leaders to battle it out. Go further back, Cheeseburger, Provolt, and David Hartney all battling back here. This is 10th, 11th, and 12th. Hartney looking down to the inside. He's going to take that position away. This battle for the lead continues to heat up. Excuse me for that. Couldn't get to the mute button fast enough as this battle is still going on. They're coming up on another lap truck. That's the 69 of Ed Manning. And a couple trucks coming down on the pit road. Zachary Cox on pit road. Michael Provolt on pit road. Does Provolt have some damage? No, he's just coming down to make a scheduled pit stop. Belk's starting to fall back just a little bit. And now Belk making the move down to the inside, trying to take over the lead on lap number 28. Here comes Dustin fighting back hard on the high side. Dean's going to lead that lap as we come down into turns 1 and 2. And Dean's going to pull back ahead of Belk. Couple more drivers coming down pit road. We see Brett Merle making his way down onto pit road, and we see a battle on track between Joe Wright and Devin Bucciano. More drivers on pit road. Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence coming down pit road. Derek Chaput also making their way down pit road. So, bunch of different strategies out there tonight. Oh. Dean up into the outside wall. The damage to the right front of that 21 machine. See if that slows him down enough to let Belk make a move right on by. And here comes Belk taking a look down to the inside. Belk's going to easily take that position away. As Joe Wright and Devin Bucciano battle side by side. And something's happened to Butch now as he's sliding backwards right now. See that 68 has fallen back into the 5th spot. Eddie Morris also struggling. He's back in 6th. Now Austin Blaylock on pit road getting his service done. As we are working at lap number 35, coming to lap number 36. Now Eddie Morris down on pit road, coming to get his service done. And Dustin Dean, oh, sliding. Something just happened to Dustin Dean there. I don't know if he just got really loose or what. We see Joe Wright on pit road. Eddie Morris still getting his work done. Let's see if we can figure out what just happened to Dustin Dean. Looks like Dustin may have had some issues here. Let's see if we can see if he just got loose in the corner or 21 hit the wall here. That's why he slid down to the bottom, and now he's on pit road coming to get his damage fixed. That's the second time we've seen Dean up into the wall. As Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence on those fresher tires coming to get a lap back. And here comes Chaput also getting one of his laps back. See Brian Merle Jr. coming off of pit road. So just a handful of drivers left the pit. Jeffrey Belk, Dave Wright, Devin Bushnell, Kyle Williams, David Hartney, and Jake McCarty. Your top 6 have yet to pit. Mike Dunn also hasn't pit, but he's a lap down in 9th. So we are just a few laps away from the stage break. And here comes Jeffrey Belk now down on the pit road. Get his service done. He's going to give up the lead to the 84 of David Wright. Buchino runs now back in the 2nd spot. Again, Jeffrey Belk making his way down to his pit stall. Dave Hartney and Jake McCarty also making their way down pit road, both with heavy damage to the right side of their vehicles. As now Devin Buchino makes his way down onto pit road. And do we see damage to the right side of the 68? No, he's got a clean car right now. So Dave Wright going to take over the lead. And he's going to make his way now down onto pit road. So he's going to give up the lead. And it's going to cycle back around to the 54 of Jeffrey Belk. Running in second place is the 95 of Michael Provolt. And Eddie Morris back in the third spot. And Provolt with a run here, trying to take the lead over. And Jeffrey Belk's going to tuck in line. So Provolt with much older tires. And Jeffrey Belk, I think Jeff's just trying to save his tires for the second run. As Provolt's coming to try to win the stage here. Eddie Morris also trying to make him run at the stage. Oh, done! Into the inside wall. Fortunately, far enough off the racing surface where no caution is going to come out. Now Eddie Morris trying to run down Michael Provolt for the stage win. And here comes Eddie Morris retaking the lead, moving Michael Provolt up into the second position. As they're coming to put a lap on the 13 of Brian Merle Jr. running back in the 13th position. Jr.'s going to give that lap up, knowing that the stage break is coming and he'll be able to get that lap back. As the next driver that would be going a lap down is Austin Blaylock, who is just coming off of turn number 2, and our leaders still coming through turns 1 and 2. As Eddie Morris is going to get the white flag of the stage this time by. And when the stage break goes, we're going to give a little reboot to the iRacing because it seems like it's giving me some skipping and problems here. I want to get that taken care of for you. Joe Wright taking a look down to the inside of Michael Provolt, taking over the second spot of the stage. But Eddie Morris off of turn number 4, he is going to win the stage. Get those 10 bonus points in that one playoff point. Joe Wright comes in second. Michael Provolt in third. Jeffrey Belk brings it home fourth. Devin Butchino in fifth. Dave Wright in the sixth spot. Colin Willems, Michael Cheeseburger, Lawrence, Derek Chaput, and Dustin Dean, your top 10. And we will, like I said, we want to reboot the iRacing here, so we're going to go ahead and throw up our Wreckage Rewind screen while I get this reset on my end. And again, I do apologize for the choppy stream. We do want to make this right for you, so give me just a moment as I give iRacing a quick reboot, and we will talk to our winner of the stage, Mr. Eddie Morris. Eddie, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, brother, how's it going?
Man, what a weird stage. You got out in front, and then Dustin ran you back down. You fell all the way back quite a bit, and then found yourself in the lead at the end of the stage. Was it just a matter of tire wear, or were you trying to save something there, or what happened there through that run?
That was a case of too hot out the gate. But it was kind of my strategy, though, because I wanted to be out front like that and have a little bit of space between me and the people behind me. Because, I mean, it is pretty tight racing here. So, I mean, it worked as far as that goes. I kept the car fairly clean, still 0x, so that's a plus. Yeah, man, this thing's flying. Excited to get back out there and keep doing what we're doing here.
Well, with the 2 stages, does that kind of change the way you race this race here tonight?
Sort of, kind of. Like, I'm kind of expecting some of the same sort of stuff at this next stage. But man, I don't know. These longer races in the double stages, they definitely change the game a little bit. So, or the sim, however you want to say it.
Well, good luck in the next stage, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Hey, appreciate it, brother.
So that was your stage winner, Eddie Morris. We got the iRacing reboot. Hopefully the stutter starts to clear up. I don't know if it's a connection thing or what. I know we do have some weather in the area here where I am. See Brian Merle Jr. making his way down on the pit road. You see the drivers out in front of Eddie here. Zachary Cox, Brett Merle, David Hartney, all electing to take the wave around here to get themselves back around onto the lead lap. So I believe we are going to see the lights go off on the pace car here. Yep, there goes Dave Hartney around the pace car. Brett Merle, Zachary Cox, and Eddie Morris will restart here up on the high side. Putting Michael Provolt down on the bottom. Row 2, you'll find Joe Wright and Jeff Belk. Row 3, Colin Willems and Devin Butchino. Row 4, Dave Wright and Derek Chaput. And then Cheeseburger Lawrence and Austin Blaylock rounding out your top 10 as Eddie Morris gets ready to lead them back down to the restart zone. Pace car takes that really hard turn down on the pit road. As they approach the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. We are back racing. A great jump from Eddie Morris that he gets on Michael Provolt. Again, Provolt, much older tires. He's been out there last on pit road on lap 25. You see him way down off the pace. He's going to let everybody by as he knows everybody has much fresher tires than he does. And oh, one around in the back. That was Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence having some issues here off of turn number 2. See, we can see what happened to Cheeseburger here. Oh, just gets down on the apron and loses it, catches that inside wall hard. As Jeffrey Belk's now starting to reel in the 8 of Eddie Morris. But you know, Dustin Dean able to slide around the 68 machine. Here comes Dave Wright trying to make a move here as well. Jeffrey Belk right there on the back bumper of Eddie Morris. Going to take over that top spot yet again. So far, Jeff just not close enough to make that move. He drives it in there real hard. Almost gets into Eddie there. Has to check up from keeping from running into the back of the 8. Ooh, Eddie sounds like he might have just caught the wall just a little bit. That's going to allow that 54 machine right on by. Ooh, almost catches the wall again, and here comes Joe Wright making a move around the outside. Yeah, you see the damage to the right front of that 8 machine. He talked about it in the interview about keeping the truck clean, and unfortunately trying to get past. He got his Darlington stripe here tonight. And now Dustin Dean trying to run down the 8 machine to take over the 3rd spot. Dean right on by. Morris continues his backward slide. As Michael Provolt's trying to run down Derek Chaput. See the damage still to the right side of that 43 of David Hartney, who just got passed by Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence. Cheeseburger was just in the wall. Now he's trying to get his way back up into a position where he can get his lap back, as he's fighting right now for the lucky dog. First car 1 lap down is, looks like the, actually looks like it's Brett Merle coming down onto pit road, who's going to be losing a lap right here. So Jeffrey Belk continues to lead over Dave Wright. 1 retiree so far, and that is the 62 of Michael Dunn. Belk has a 1.7 second lead over second place Dustin Dean. Dean has some company in the form of Joe Wright coming. So far, 68 laps into the event. Only one caution. That was for the stage. So far, pretty clean. Had a couple incidents. Zachary Cox makes his way around Cheeseburger Lawrence. Almost slides up into the side of the 47 after hitting the apron. Cox falling back behind Cheeseburger after almost getting into the side of him, as Dustin Dean continues to have Joe Wright chase him down. Jake McCarty, up into the wall, trying to get around Austin Blaylock hard into the outside wall. You saw he wasn't able to pull that car off the wall. It's going to be a ton of damage to the right side of that 10 machine, as Eddie Morris now has Devin Butchino chasing him down. Right along with Devin Butchino here. Listen to him work that throttle. Keep that truck from losing grip and trying to propel himself forward. Trying to get around Eddie Morris here. So he makes that move easily down around the 8 as Dustin Dean making his way down on the pit road on lap number 74. As we are 10 laps away from halfway, Jeffrey Bell continues to lead. Eddie Morris also coming down onto pit road. Have to check those two cars after to see if they take their reset or not. How about Michael Provolt sitting back in the 6th spot? Was last on pit road on lap number 25. Making his way down onto pit road now as I say that. So a 50 lap run for this 95 machine. That is impressive. We'll see how that plays out for him here. And Jeffrey Bell coming down the pit road. That's going to give up the lead to Joe Wright. Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence also coming down on pit road. We see heavy damage to the left and right side of that machine. Eddie Morris back out on track. Does not look like he had that damage fixed on that 8 machine. And we still see that little bit of damage to the right front. See from the roof cam here. The crinkle there in the right front fender. Dustin Dean also, really loose there for Dustin Dean. Has damage to the right front and the right rear of that 21. Now Colin Willems making his way down onto pit road. Also Blaylock getting service done. And Joe Wright continuing to stay out. As we are coming to 20 laps to go in the stage. Devin Butchino now making his way down onto pit road. And Derek Chaput also coming down onto pit road for his service. And that's going to put the Wright brothers out there 1-2. As here comes Joe Wright down onto pit road this time. And Dave Wright's going to take over the lead. And this is such a tough pit road to get down onto. If you run along with D right here, you can see you have so much apron and so much track to the inside. So when you start to break for pit road, see if Dave comes this time. He's going to stay out. You feel like you have to get down there so quickly, and you kind of do because pit road gets really narrow down there. Great view from the roof of Dave Wright. Jeffrey Belk on those new tires, quickly running down the 84 of Dave Wright. As we're coming to 15 laps to go in the stage. You see that yellow line right there that we just went by. That kind of gives you the idea of the angle that you have to make your way down on the pit road here. Goes right on by. D right up into the wall. 200 after that if Dave's going to come down on the pit road here. And he continues to stay out and lead as Dustin Dean's making his way around. See David Hartney right behind as well. right there on the back bumper. Zachary Cox looking down to the inside as well. Cox going to go right around the 84. Kyle Williams back here. A lot of damage to the front end of Kyle Williams' truck and the right side. Not sure what happened to that 17. But heavy damage to the 17. So he's trying to make his way around Michael Provolt. He'll take the high side here, going down into turn number 3. I apologize, my screen just decided to go a little crazy there. I apologize, we're dealing with a little bit of a connection issue here with the server. Hoping that clears up here momentarily. That's Colin Willems trying to get by Dave Wright. Colin trying to get one of his laps back. Again, I really do apologize for this as we're coming down to the end of the stage. Just a few laps from the end of the stage here. Now it looks like it's cleared itself back up. As Colin gets on by the 84. Koval goes by as well. Here comes Devin Butchino trying to get a lap back. Dave Wright continues to stay out there. Devin Butchino trying to run down Michael Provolt. This is a battle for position. This is 6th and 7th out on the racetrack. So coming up on Dave Hartman. He's running back in the 14th position. He's going to tuck down to the inside. Oh, Provolt catches the wall there 3 wide down the front stretch. And Butchno is going to run himself up into the 6th position. Now he's going to try to chase down Colin Willems. You see Jeffrey Belk here running in 2nd. It's currently 14 seconds behind our leader, Dave Wright. Now, Dave still has yet to pit. As we are coming to 3 laps to go in the stage. Dave Wright comes off of turn number 4. 3 laps to go here in the stage. Belk currently now 11 seconds behind Dave Wright. And here comes Dave down onto pit road, giving up the lead. The lead will go back over to the 54 of Jeffrey Belk. So off of turn number 2, Belk just a lap and a half away from the end of stage number 2. The white flag for the stage is in the air. Just 1 lap to go for Jeffrey Belk. See Brian Merle Jr. just exiting pit road. He won't be a problem as Belk goes right on by down into turn number 3. And off of turn number 4, and Jeffrey Belk is going to win the 2nd stage here tonight. Dustin Dean going to bring it home in 2nd. Devin Butchno 3rd. Colin Willems back in 4th. Michael Provolt in 5th. 6th is going to be Joe Wright. 7th, Derek Chaput. 8th, Jake McCarty. Austin Blaylock 9th, and Eddie Morris gets 1 stage point here, coming in 10th. Let's see if we can talk to our 2nd stage winner. Jeffrey Belk. Jeff, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, how you doing?
Man, great job winning stage number 2. Looked like you ran the same strategy you did in stage 1, but it worked out better for you this time. Are these stages kind of changing the way that you're running this race at all, or is it just the same thing, just run to the stage and try to figure it out?
Really run through the stage, try to figure it out. Yeah, we paired a little bit earlier. We noticed that Morris and them got a good run before. So we just decided to come in a little bit earlier than the last time, try to see if the getting the tires earlier would help us out in the long run, and luckily it did.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on winning stage number 2. How's the truck out there? I know you've got the cleanest truck out there on track right now, so how's the speed, and what do you got to do to get the win here tonight?
Truck feels good, and I'm pretty sure if we can keep it clean and keep it off that wall, we'll be pretty good here at the end of the night.
Well, good luck the rest of the way out. We look forward to talking to you here at the end.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
You as well. So that was your 2nd stage winner, Jeffrey Belk, as he's getting service on his truck. He makes his way off of pit road. That's going to set up our third and final stage. 70 laps will be the distance. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night here on Intensity Broadcasting as we have another semi-special event as the Dev Sports Cards Xfinity Series will be taking on Watkins Glen for a double header. So 2 races, back-to-back, 2 25-lap races. Both paying points. It's going to be a great one tomorrow. And I believe, if I remember correctly, there will be a full invert between the 2 races. So check that out right here on Intensity Broadcasting. So lights are off on the pace car. We're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. Jeffrey Belk will choose the outside for this restart. With Dustin Dean down on the inside. Kyle Williams, Devin Butchino back in row number 2. Michael Provolt, Joe Wright, row 3. Austin Blaylock and Derek Chaput back. Michael Provolt and Derek Chaput back in row number 4. Jake McCarty, Dave Wright round out your top 10. As Jeffrey Belk gets ready to bring him back down to the Geico restart zone. Pace car takes that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Green flag is back in the air. We are back racing in our final stage here. That'll bring us to lap 170. Kyle Williams way up the track, getting real loose here through turns 1 and 2 on those cold tires. He's going to tuck in behind Devin Butchino. He's going to run right up on the back. Trying to find his way around that 68 machine. Just not able to make his way around at 68. Yet a little further back, we see Joe Wright and Michael Provolt battling back here. Provolt not able to chase down that lead just yet. And now Devin Butchino trying to run down the 21 of Dustin Dean. Jake McCarty looking down to the inside of Dave Wright. And now Dustin Dean just got passed by Devin Butchino. And Colin Williams is right there in the mix as well. Let's go back and see how the pass was made. It looks like Dustin just a little bit off the pace. And Devin able to drive it down right in and take that spot out of the way. And here comes Colin Williams as we come back live, taking a look down to the inside. Now Joe Wright chasing down Dustin Dean and trying to take away that spot. Right along here with Joe Wright. A few VCs here coming down into turn number 1. Turn number 2, getting a good run here on Dustin Dean. Big wiggle out of the 21 machine as Joe's going to take it right down. Get right around that 21 machine. Here comes Dustin now trying to give another run here, trying to cross over. You see just how much he's struggling. You saw that wheel going left and right on that Dustin Dean machine. Dustin Dean, you see just how much he's fighting that wheel inside. Really struggling to get that car off the corner. He's now fallen back into the 5th position. Colin Williams running down Devin Butchino here in the final run. Colin able to get a fresh truck. Further back, you see Dave Hartney running down Austin Blaylock. He still has not used his reset yet. Ooh, Brian Merle Jr. having some issues. Looks like he's down on pit road. See what happened to the driver of the 13 machine. Looks like either an Oculus went black or his wheel disconnected or something, because that truck just went straight. Able to get down to the pit road without bringing out the caution. As Colin Williams and Devin Butchino continue to battle for the 2nd spot. Colin Willems hard up into the outside wall. We just saw that. And you see the damage to the right side of that 17. He's been struggling with that all night long, able to get that damage fixed up from an early incident. Now back with damage to the right side. Doesn't look like it's affecting him too much, though, as he's still able to run there with Devin Butchno, as Butchno has that 17 trying to take a look down to the inside. Willems just not close enough to make that run happen. Colin again right there on the back bumper. Will he try to make the move down into turn number 1? No, he's going to stay tucked in behind. Cheeseburger down on pit road. Just not been close enough to, as Willems gets back up into the wall, and has not been close enough to try to make that move happen. Dustin Dean, big slide on the 21 machine. Came to that live, and he was completely sideways off of turn number 2. Trying to run down Joe Wright. But that is not the way to try to save tire wear. This battle is continuing. Jeffrey Belk continues to pull away with almost a 1 second lead, now over a 1 second lead over second place Devin Butchno. I'm starting to get a little bit of a run, trying to make that, use the lap car here as a pick. Almost was able to make that happen, and Joe Wright's now snuck up into this party. As Joe Wright takes a look down to the inside of Colin Willems. Pushes up the track almost in the side of Colin. And Joe takes over that third spot. Dustin Dean continuing his backward slide into the 5th position, but Michael Provolt in that 95 machine is running him down quickly. As Provolt, I say that, Provolt gets up into the outside barrier. Unable to keep it running forward. Now Joe Wright running down the 68 of Devin Butchno. As Joe Wright's going to take the look right down to the inside. And he easily makes that pass as Devin Butchno tries to cross him over and almost took a look back down to the inside. now Colin Willems is running back down Devin Bichino. Dustin Dean, Michael Provolt. Provolt moves up into the top 5. Dustin, though, trying to fight back there. As Kyle Willems now trying to make the move around Bichino. And Willems will indeed move himself up into the 3rd spot. A little further back, Zachary Cox trying to run down Austin Blaylock for that top 10 position. Take a look down to the inside, but just not close enough to make that move happen. Some contact between Michael Provost and Devin Bichino. As Butch looks like he's making his way down onto pit road. Dustin Dean also on pit road. Jake McCarty, Dave Wright on pit road. Here comes Dave Hartney as well. As Jeffrey Belk continues to stay out. So as we are quickly approaching 35 laps to go, we're seeing a plethora of different pit strategies here as Devin Bichino makes his way off of pit road. Jake McCarty, Dave Wright also coming off of pit road. Dave Hartney off of pit road. I think Hartney finally used his reset, got that truck all fixed up. Nope, he still has damage. His yellow flag's out. As Jeffrey Belk comes on to pit road, the yellow flag comes out. And that is going to bring up our first wreckage rewind of the night. As we take a look to see what happened to the 11 machine here. Looks like he just got a little loose there. Overcorrected into the outside wall, catches the inside safer barrier, bounces him back across the track. Right as Jeffrey Belk was making his way down onto pit road. Let's see if we can actually see if he was able to make it on the pit road before the caution came out. We can do that by riding along here on the roof cam. And you see that green arrow there, that is the pit entry light. We'll see if it's green as he comes by. Which it is, so he did not enter a closed pit. Question is, when does that come out? See, he's well down on pit road, so there's the caution right there. You can see the caution lights on the fence and the red light saying that pit road is closed. So we'll see how this plays out for Belk, as I don't think it's going to hurt him too much, as he was on pit road right as it happened. Currently being scored one lap down, but he is in front of the pace car, or behind the pace car, so he should be able to get waved around without issue. So Colin Willems will be your leader. Michael Provolt will be in second. Joe Wright in third. Again, all these drivers just made their way down pit road. Derek Chaput up into the fourth spot. Zachary Cox on pit road in fifth, and then Jeffrey Belk in sixth, but going to get the wave around when we come to one to go. Again, we want to thank all of our great partners here as the wave around cars go around. We want to thank our great partners here on Intensity Broadcasting, including our series sponsors, Morris Customs. For all your iRacing paints, check out Morris Customs on Facebook. Of course, Dev Sports Cards for our Xfinity series. We want to thank Race EPI for all your iRacing setups and coaching needs. Visit raceepi.com. IntensityBroadcasting.com for all of your Intensity gear, as well as some novelty t-shirts and league gear. And of course, the Butt Kicker. Of course, Butt Kicker is an established haptic system reproducing the greatest feelings of racing, including the rumble of the engine shifting when the tires break loose. It's a great immersive feeling, really helps you out. You can check them out at thebuttkicker.com. So Colin Willems is going to take the outside this time. Michael Provolt to the inside. Coming down to the Geico restart zone. And green flag is back in the air, and we are back racing. Another jump for Colin Willems as Derek Chaput is going to slide up into the second spot. Michael Provolt's going to slide up in the third in front of Joe Wright. Jeffrey Belk, who was in the restart in the sixth position, trying to make his way back to the field. He's going to go three wide with Zachary Cox and Michael Mann. I'm sorry, Edward Manning, excuse me. And move Belk back up into the top five. Eddie Morris back here in a gaggle of cars as well. We see the damage to the left rear of his truck. Not sure what happened there, but he's got Jake McCarty going by, and here comes D. Wright trying to make a move down to the inside as well. Michael Provolt has Joe Wright starting to run him down. As Austin Blaylock is the next victim to Jeffrey Belk. Oh, Blaylock hard up into the wall. Zach Cox makes some contact. Blaylock hard into the outside wall. Everybody's going to make it by. He keeps it straight, no caution. We stay green. As Colin Willems continues to lead over Derek Chaput. Michael Provolt, though, has Joe Wright all over the back bumper as here comes Chaput to the outside to take the lead here at Darlington. So Derek Chaput setting sail out in the lead as Joe Wright and Michael Provolt battle. Here comes Jeffrey Belk. Oh, God, Joe Wright gets turned up into the outside wall. Caution is out. Joe Wright slides up Gets right reared, goes into the outside wall. That's going to bring out the wreckage rewind. As we take a look, oh, Provolt was a little loose there off the corner. Right in front of Jeffrey Belk, too, as they come down the backstretch. Down into the corner, Joe thought he was clear. You see him catch the apron just a little bit, slides up in front of Provolt. Provolt doesn't lift. Joe gets turned right around and gets flung up in the air. Comes crashing hard down on the roof. And unfortunately, that's going to end Joe's day early as a bunch of drivers come down pit road. Derek Chaput, Colin Willems, Jeffrey Belk, Zachary Cox stay out. Devin Butchino, Dustin Dean, Jake McCarty, Dave Wright, Eddie Morris, Michael Provolt, all coming down pit road. You see the, you're gonna watch the race off pit road here. Trying to find the pit out line. Butchino comes off pit road first. McCarty's second. Everybody else still on pit road. See how this late race pit stop helps these drivers out. As we are coming to 25 laps to go. So I'll quickly bring you through the running order. Derek Chaput is your leader. Colin Willems sits back in the second position. Jeffrey Belk in third. Zachary Cox in fourth. And Devin Butchino on fresh tires back in the fifth spot. Jake McCarty in sixth. Dave Wright in seventh. Eddie Morris back in the eighth position. And ninth is Dustin Dean. And then 10th is Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence, who is currently on pit road. So here we go. Derek Chaput's going to choose the outside. Putting Colin Willems down on the inside. Pace car takes that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Derek Chaput is going to lead it back down to the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. We are back racing. Colin Willems timing that perfectly. They are side by side down into turn number 1. And Chaput almost overdrives the corner. Here comes Jeffrey Belk to the inside. Move him up into the second position. Now he's got Colin Willems to deal with in front as we have just 23 laps to go. Belk down to the inside through turns 3 and 4. Willems, though, not giving up on the fight. He's up on the high side. They're side by side off of turn number 4. Down the front stretch, Jeffrey Belk by a hair across the line as they make their way down into turn number 1. Belk's going to clear the 17 of Colin Willems. Now Derek Chaput trying to move himself up into the runner-up position. He's got a run here on Colin Willems down into turn number 3. Willems, though, trying to fight back on Jeffrey Belk. Just had a run there for a second. Got a little loose, though. Had to check up. That gives Jeffrey Belk a 0.3 of a second lead over Colin Willems. Devin Bucciano now battling with Derek Chaput, trying to take over that 3rd spot. From the back, Dave Wright trying to run down the 51 of, I'm sorry, the 10 of Jake McCarty. Bucciano to the inside, down on the apron, slides up in front of the 37, textbook pass. Little slide job here at Darlington, moving Devin Bucciano up into the 3rd position. With 20 laps to go, will he be able to run down Colin Willems and possibly Jeffrey Belk for the win on those fresher tires? Dustin Dean running down the 84 of Dave Wright. He is right there to the back bumper, taking a look to, oh, he turns him! Dustin Dean turns Dave Wright right in front of Eddie Morris. Caution is out.
Looks like I missed something there, huh, Josh?
Oh, geez. Nudie, welcome to the booth. Yeah, that was absolutely wild there as we get the Wreckage Rewind coming up right now to take a look to see what just happened between Dave Wright and Dustin Dean.
You want to share your screen, Josh, so I can
absolutely.
actually see?
Just doing that right now.
Just got done with my son with some special baseball lessons, so sorry about that, everybody. Just showing up, getting new to the show.
Nudie trying to be more involved. As you see, off of, so here they come through turns 1 and 2 here, and Dustin Dean just, you see the 84 get a little loose right there in front of Dustin Dean. Dustin has nowheres to go, runs into the back of the 84, turns him right around right in front of Eddie Morris. Eddie, another one, just nowheres to go, collects Dave Wright, and just a tough break. And at first it just looked like Dustin didn't lift, but watching that one back, looks like we're going to actually ride right along here with Dustin. It looks like the 84 was already a little sideways, and all Dustin did was just help him out. And you see him already sliding down the track. And
yeah, he starts losing it before he even gets there, unfortunately.
So Eddie Morris now using that reset. He's been saving it all race long. Jeffrey Belk on pit road as well, getting that final set of tires. And Eddie Morris is going to beat Belk off of pit road. Colin Willems also coming off of pit road here. And Devin Bucciano took tires earlier, thinking that was going to be the last yellow of the race. Now he finds himself in the lead, but he's in the same position that his opponents were just a few laps ago.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bring me up to speed on this one. Who's been the guy up front in most of this one?
Yeah, exactly. It's been a mixed bag. So Eddie Morris won the first stage. Jeffrey Belk won the second stage. Dustin Dean started on pole. He got into the wall, slid backwards real fast, made his way back up through the field. Devin Bucciano has been kind of up and down all night long. Eddie Morris started in second, and burned his stuff off, fell all the way back to 10th on the first run. Now he's just trying to keep himself clean and get himself back up to the front. But Jeffrey Belk's been kind of the class of the field the second half of the race, and went into pit on the lap, I think it was like 120 or so, and just as he made it on the pit road, the caution came out, put him behind the 8 ball. Did not lose a lap, was able to get the wave around to get back onto the lead lap, and now he was running in the lead, just pit from the lead. Now he's back in that 6th spot. And you are up to date.
Perfect. Well, that sounds amazing. Well, I'll tell you what, Belk has definitely been showing a lot of speed as of late, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Jeff, we know that he's actually racing injured. He told us today that he's got some pain that he's been dealing with, and but he's doing everything he can, racing his leagues, and probably going to take some time off in the off season. But,
yeah, hopefully it's nothing too serious, and maybe it's just some fatigued muscles, something he can work through, and it's nothing to worry. He has to get like any type of surgery or anything for.
No, and how about this? Derek Chaput up in 2nd place, was just battling for the lead a few moments ago, and he's showing some speed here in the late part of this race as well.
Nice. Yeah, he's another one of those wasted wages guys. I'm sure probably got a lot of help from Colin. I'm sure he was helping him out with his strategy and lines and everything. Great teammate to have there, Colin.
Colin actually, earlier in the race, you see the Darlington stripe on the right side of that truck, but earlier in the race, that truck was completely destroyed, front and sides, able to get that straightened back out, and then caught the wall again. Another Darlington stripe, which is very common here at Darlington, hence the name.
Yeah, it doesn't take too much to just get up in the marbles up there and just get a little piece of that wall.
It looks like the only truck out there that doesn't have any damage is the 37 of Chaput. Oh, Jeffrey Belk doesn't either, and
yeah, he's got a new truck.
Yeah.
Chaput's the furthest guy up front with no damage to his truck. How's that?
That sounds good. Pace car takes that very hard left-hand turn off a pit road down to the Geico restart zone. Oh, what's going on back there? Man just went sideways as we come to the green.
That was weird. That was really weird.
And yeah.
I wonder if he got some help from, it looked like that was D right behind him. Not sure if he helped him out or not.
We'll have to go back and check that out in a moment as they get single file. Edward Mann still struggling back there. Trying to get that truck straightened back out. No yellow flag. Green flag still is out as Jeffrey Belk makes a move to the inside. Dustin Dean. And he's trying to run down the 10 of Jake McCarty. Ooh, aggressive move there down to the inside. You see Dustin Dean running right on the back bumper of McCarty as well as they make their way through turns 1 and 2. Belk trying to use those fresh tires to his advantage to get himself back up front.
That is some close racing right there.
We've been seeing that all race long as Belk finally able to clear the 10 of McCarty, and Dustin Dean trying to follow him through as well. Let's go back and take a look to see what happened to Manning here on the restart. Looks like he was trying to get up to speed to catch the field. Maybe just, I think he just locked him up trying to avoid running into the back of the field. That's exactly what happened.
Oh, that's horrible.
So Devin Chaput still up front. Devin Bucciano still up front.
I like Devin Chaput. That's a good one. I like that.
It's going to be the next one that Derek's going to change his name to. But here comes Belk, taking a look down to the inside, trying to take that second position away. And he's going to clear Chaput. And how about Dustin Dean showing some speed here in the late portion of this run?
Yeah, I think he's got a set of those fresh Goodyears on there as well. I think that's why he was trying to keep Belk behind him. He was racing him so aggressively. He knew he was gonna have to be the guy to beat.
You see Manning staying down low, letting the leaders come by. 10 laps to go here. Devin Bucciano out in front of Jeffrey Belk by 0.4 of a second, but that time is shrinking quickly. Let's see if we can get that up on the screen here.
Yeah, he's just running him down in a hurry at this point.
2/10 of a second now is the distance. Now it's 1.5, and yeah, you can see just how quickly. You don't need any fancy graphs on the screen to see that. Belk is right there and getting ready to run down the 68.
Yeah, he'll get him going into 3 right here.
Down to the inside. Butchno runs down the track just a little bit, trying to run a little defensive line as they go through turns 3 and 4. But Butchno not giving up on that high side.
Not. Oh, he's giving all she can right now. Too wide into turn 1. I knew that was not going to work.
As Butchno catches the outside wall. Now, how much damage did he do? Oh, hard contact for Chaput. Chaput just tried knocking down the turn 2 wall. That allows Dustin Dean to go right on by. How about Eddie Morris? Fresh truck, fresh tires, fresh mindset as he comes off of turn number 4. He's going to take a look down to the inside of Derek Chaput.
He's got a great shot at a podium right now. But there goes Chaput's nice truck.
Jeffrey Belk out in front. Devin Butchno sitting in second. What is the delta here? We'll take a look at the lap time history between Dustin Dean and Devin Butchno. You see the last 2 laps, Dean's been just a little bit quicker. But the real question is how much quicker is Eddie Morris? And Eddie Morris is running down Dustin Dean quickly as well. Last 5 laps, Eddie's been at least 2/10 quicker each lap. So
yeah, Eddie's moving right now. He's definitely one of the fastest trucks on the track for sure.
In fact, Jeffrey Belk just ran a 30.02 and Morris ran a 30.03. So yes, the fastest 2 trucks on the track are the 54 and the 8. As Eddie is there, taking a look down underneath Dustin Dean, trying to take away that spot. Dustin not aligned into. We have just 5 laps to go here at Darlington, 4.5 as they come down the backstretch.
Yeah, these laps are just ticking away, running out of time.
3-way battle for the bottom 2 steps of the podium. Big run for Eddie Morris as he makes his way down through turns 3 and 4 to the inside of Dustin Dean. They are side by side at the stripe.
But you know, is loving this in his mirror.
That's exactly what he wants to see in his mirror. Is Eddie was able to pull a little slide job there, get up in front of Dustin. He's going to try to run down Devin Butchno in the final 3.5 laps.
Yeah, those fresh tires, I think he's going to get them right here.
Right down to the inside, using the apron to get that truck to turn. As they come down across the stripe, and looks like Eddie's going to get him down here into turn number 1, and Dustin's going to try to follow him along. He does not have the momentum. So Butchno is able to hold on to that final podium spot for now. But for how long? As we have 2.5 laps to go. Jeffrey Belk out in front by 3.5 seconds. As here comes Dustin Dean. Dustin Dean gets into the side of Butchno. Contact. He's going to tuck back in the line behind. Now he's going to try the high side up into the wall.
Ow.
Dustin Dean not able to clear Devin Butchno, and now he's going to fall back, and I think his chance at a podium is over.
Yeah, he's got too much damage at this point unless there's a caution. Yeah, I think that's pretty much going to seal up the top 3 there.
Coming through turns 3 and 4, Jeffrey Belk off of turn number 4, taking the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Darlington with a 2.5 second lead over Eddie Morris. And Devin Butchno just on cruise control, trying to make sure they run a perfect lap here to hold on to that final podium position. Ooh, looks like he's having a little bit of troubles there, though. He's really loose there. And Dustin Dean is coming. Does Dustin have enough time now? Just 0.3 of a second separate. They go down into turn number 3. Look at the run that Dustin tries to pull here. Is he going to do it? Off of turn number 4, Dustin Dean making the move, contact, and
what a finish! Wow.
Dustin Dean gets 3rd. Zachary Cox passes Butchno for 4th. Jeffrey Belk gets the win. Wow.
What a finish.
Dustin Dean just channeled his inner Ross Chastain to get that final podium spot.
That was impressive.
As Jeffrey Belk gets the win, and he's going to come celebrate here on the front stretch. And this is back-to-back wins for the 54 machine.
Yeah, like I said, man, he's on fire right now. He's shown a lot of speed. Just kind of came out of nowhere this season. He showed speed in his first season, kind of tapered off a little bit, and now it looks like he's right back to when he joined the league.
No,
Man,
Devin Butcher is going to have some words to say about that one for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably isn't. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure neither one of them were happy with that first little contact between them going down the backstretch. But that, in my mind, that just looked like Devin was trying to block, and Dustin wasn't really having any of it. It's kind of a racing deal. It's two guys going for the same real estate, and then I thought Dustin was trying to get him back there going into that corner. I was like, oh no, is this Bustin' Bean? Is he back? But Dustin showed up. He made that work and channeled, like you said, his inner Chastain.
And correct me if I'm wrong, there's no rule against that in this league, is there?
I do not believe that there is, but we'll have to verify it, but I'm pretty sure that there is no rule against it.
We're going to actually watch this one back here before we get to our podium here. And, yeah, you see Dustin just throw it in there, catches the outside wall, keeps the throttle down. A little bit of contact between him and Devin. Devin looked like he was trying to rattle his cage there. And man, how about that? Look, did you see Zach Cox come across the line in the air?
That was wild. That might have been the craziest finish I've ever seen for third place.
Look at that. Zachary Cox, 4 tires off the ground. Coming to the line as Jeffrey Belk makes his Polish victory lap. And we take a look at the results. Again, Jeffrey Belk getting the win here tonight. Eddie Morris coming home second. Dustin Dean in third. Zachary Cox and Devin Butchino, your top 5. Colin Willems comes home 6th. Derek Chaput in 7th. Jake McCarty, Michael Lawrence, and Austin Blaylock, your top 10. Dave Wright brings it home 11th. 12th is David Hartney. 13th, Joe Wright. 14th, Ed Manning, and Michael Provolt, your top 15. Brett Merle 16th. Brian Merle Jr. 17th. Michael Dunn finishes out in the 18th position. As we get ready to talk to our top 3, starting with your third place finisher, Dustin Dean. Dustin, you got Josh and Brian up in the booth. You got us?
Oh, I got you loud and clear.
Man, what a wild finish. Channeling your inner Chastain there to get the final step of the podium. We saw the contact with you and Devin the lap before, and then the run into turn number 3 that you had, and then the contact across the line. Can you talk us through those last couple laps?
Yeah, so I really feel like we had a strong truck there. I had some damage on the back end. It was making me really, really loose. But yeah, I slowly caught Butchino. I went down to pass him, like we mentioned a couple laps before, and he ran me down and hit me. And so, yeah, on that last move there, on that last lap, I just tried to Chastain it, and it worked, and it stuck. And then, I don't know, he came up on me, and we Ricky Cravened it, and we ended up third. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah, that was an absolutely wild finish. I honestly, when I thought you were going into that corner, for some reason, I thought you were trying to get payback for the block from earlier, and you just dove bombing in there. I thought Bustin' Bean was back, but Dustin Dean showed up in third place. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, I had bounced off the wall earlier in the race, and I was, if you bounce off of it just right, it doesn't slow you down too much. And sure enough, it just happened to work right there. So yeah, it was a true Chastain move. Yeah, shout out to Beyond Belief. It's a call-in show on Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. Shout out to Papa K. I know he is watching tonight. And shout out to Bacino for a heck of a good finish there. I hope it was very entertaining for the fans.
Sure was.
It was entertaining.
And I apologize. I did have my microphone off for that. But again, congratulations on the third place finish and good luck next week.
Thank y'all.
So that was your third place finisher, Dustin Dean. Let's bring in your second place finisher, the driver of the 8 Morris Customs Chevrolet and league sponsor, Eddie Morris. Eddie, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, brother, how's it going?
Man, I told you we talked to you here again at the end. Kind of a wild night for you, going from the front to the back to the front to the back to the front. A lot of damage to that truck. I know you're saying how you had that 0X there for a while. And then all heck broke loose in front of you there, but able to get yourself back up to the front. Talk us through that last section of the final stage to get yourself up there.
Man, it was tough. It was tough because the lack of the cautions and stuff, they weren't falling the right way. So I had to stay out on that last one, and then luckily we ended up, I think, catching a caution there and getting the wave around and be able to put some tires on this very fast Morris Customs truck tonight. But yeah, it was definitely nerve-wracking going up through there. I'm not gonna talk anything about the X's right now. I didn't go back and look at it, but I don't know. But I'll go back and look at it, and I ain't gonna say anything that I may regret later. So good race to everybody. Congrats to Jeff. He was super fast. I just wish I'd have got tires every time. That's my only regret. I wouldn't have been back there in that mess, but who knows? It worked out. So.
Well, I'll say
Yeah.
I'll say it for you real quick. Dave got loose right in front of Dustin, and Dustin didn't have time to check up.
Oh no, that's not what I'm talking about. It was before that. But, oh yeah.
I missed something then.
Yeah. It happens.
Well, you were definitely coming there at the end. Do you think if there had been a late race caution, do you think you might have had anything for old JEFF?
Man, it'd be hard to say. Like I said, he was super fast. As a racer, I'd like to think that I would have. But in reality, I think it would have just depended on where I would have restarted at that point in time. So, no, I think he'd have still won it either way. So.
Yeah, it would have been close because you had the short run speed for sure. We saw that in the first stage. He had the long run speed there at the end. But man, great job here coming home P2 after, like I said, getting caught back there quite a ways. And before I let you go, anyone you want to thank, any shots you got to give here tonight?
Oh yeah, of course, man. Shout out to you guys at Intensity Broadcasting, the best broadcasters in the business. Morris Customs for this paint. Of course, Dev Sports Cards. If you're in the market, definitely go check him out on eBay. Dev Sports Cards, and maybe he'll have something you're looking for if you're a collector. Appreciate everybody that makes the league what it is. My teammates, Nudie, I think he skipped out on us tonight. He might have been up here with you. I don't know. I thought he was racing, but he didn't. So I was kind of heartbroken. But if he would have raced, I wouldn't have finished second. So he would have finished. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody that allows me to do this. And Dustin Dean sucks. Cody Sister P. Cody, we miss you, bud. If you're watching, so shout out to him. Yeah, man, that's about it.
Well, again, great job here tonight. And why don't you go chase that skunk out of your backyard?
That's what it's about to happen, son. I'm about to check on him.
All right, man. You have yourself a good one.
See you, brother.
So that was your second place finisher, Eddie Morris, as my screen just completely flopped out here. Give me 1 second while I get that fixed up for you guys. That was weird. And let's bring your winner here tonight.
He said flopped out.
I did say flopped out. When you watch the broadcast, you'll understand. Let's bring in your winner here tonight, the driver of the 54, Jeffrey Belk. Jeff, you got Josh and Nudie up in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, wild race for you here tonight. The first stage, you kind of fell back there. Or no, I'm sorry. You won the first stage. Eddie won the second stage, if I remember correctly.
Negative. Other way around.
Other way around. Yeah, that's what it was.
Fourth
Listen,
stage one.
it's been a long night. All right.
Yes, it is.
But either way, you were able to get a stage win here tonight. Then that caution came out while you were on pit road, and I'm sure that was just heartbreaking for you. You thought you had it thrown away for you, but you're able to bounce back, fight back through the field, including dodging that big wreck that happened right there in front of you, and get yourself the win here tonight. Man, what was the never give up attitude? And talk us through some of those heartbreaks there that ended up getting you to the front.
Yeah, the big one that coming under pit road, and then the caution comes out. I should have just rolled through it, but I'm like, I'm already on here. Might as well just go ahead, take service. Ended up, back of the field, and I don't know if you caught it, but on that restart, I sent it 3 wide down the back straight, between 2 lap cars, just to try to even have a shot at it. And I don't know how we avoided that wreck going into turn 1 and 2, because that was right off our front nose.
Well, I know Nudie missed most of the race here, so I'm sure he didn't have a whole lot to see there. But that last couple laps there, able to work your way through traffic on that final restart. The battle with Dev there, getting by Dustin Dean. There's a lot of beating and banging, it looked like, through the that final run there. Did that give you any concern there, coming through the field there? And were you kind of afraid a caution might have came out there that would have got Eddie up to your back bumper?
So that last restart, my main goal was win this for Pawpaw, and that was my end all goal, be it heck or high water. So at the end of the day, it was a lot more emotion driven than calculated, like I normally am. And Dustin went for a heck of a block on that last restart, and we were able to keep off the back end of him, and then just systematically work our way back up. I knew Dev was going to be wanting to fight for that position as much as possible, but we just got a good run, I think, down the back straight coming off of turn 2, and we were able to just sneak it up the inside of him going into 3, and then complete the move going into 1 the next lap through.
Well, again, a great job for you here tonight, getting the win. And before we let you go, anyone you want to thank? Any shout outs you got to give here tonight, Jeff?
First off, the man of the hour, the man on the car, my grandfather. 8 years and 1 day ago, he passed away, and 8 years and 1 day later, he went to race here at Darlington, 60 miles from where I grew up, where he raised me. So just, it's an awesome night. I also want to thank, Dirtbag Clothing Company, Intensity Broadcasting, Sports Star, Shock, Weak Designs for my normal page, everyone out there for tuning in.
Awesome, man.
Sorry.
Oh,
my mic. Sorry, my mic wasn't working this whole time. I've been trying to talk this whole time. Anyway, so what I was trying to ask is, man, another win this season. It's 2 in a row. I mean, where's all this speed from this season?
I honestly can't tell you. I think it's because I know what's going on with my body, and it's breaking down. So I'm trying to get whatever wins I can out before I'm out the door.
Well, I'd say keep it up, but that doesn't sound good. So, but congratulations on the win, and hopefully you have another great finish tomorrow night. But hopefully second place, because hopefully I can take the win tomorrow night.
Hey, we'll keep going till we can't go no more.
Sounds good, buddy.
Again, congrats on the win, and good luck tomorrow night as well.
Thank you.
There you have it. That was your That was your winner here tonight, Jeffrey Belk. Man, Nudie, I know you only there for the last couple laps, but you came in at just the right time, saw an awesome finish here tonight. And what a wild, long race. It was a marathon for these boys for sure.
Yeah, that's what these double points races are all about. Just it's all about the endurance factor. We got the same thing going on tomorrow night, and gonna be another long one.
Yeah,
and
go ahead.
Nope, that's it.
I wasn't trying to speak over you. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night at the Glen. It's gonna be another wild one for sure. So yeah, that's gonna do it here tonight. You guys?
Oh, we're racing at the Glen tomorrow. I thought we were racing at Darlington tomorrow.
No trucks. Xfinity is I'm pretty sure it's the doubleheader at the Glen tomorrow. Let me double check. That's what I've been telling everybody. Let's take a look at the Xfinity Series schedule here. And we see that tomorrow.
When should I schedule it for?
I'm not talking to you, Siri. Yeah, tomorrow night, Watkins Glen, 2 races. 30
There it
laps
is.
apiece. 30 laps for the first race, 35 laps for the second race. So,
Oh, well, that's going to be
Darlington
one of my
is not
favorite
until
races.
February 22nd. So,
Yeah, that's going to be another tough one right there. I love this track, so I can't wait for that one. But I definitely can't wait for tomorrow night. That's going to be awesome.
awesome, man. Well, again, thank you for joining us here tonight, whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Twitch. Do appreciate you coming out and joining us here tonight. Don't forget to hit that like button, follow, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know anytime we go live here on Intensity Broadcasting. Of course, we've got racing tomorrow night. We've got the Dev Sports Cars Xfinity Series. Thursday night, Thunderstruck. Sunday night, the INSS Series. Monday night, Thunderstruck. Tuesday night, double header trucks with the Doghouse Racing League and the SCSRA. So plenty of racing here on Intensity Broadcasting. Of course, I want to thank all our great partners again. Dev Sports Cards, Morris Customs, Race EPI, IntensityBroadcasting.com, and of course, The Butt Kicker. For all the links below, you can check out any of the links below to check out any of our great partners as well. And of course, as our boy Atlee, Atman Weiss would say, over.